Hey, what is up everybody? This is Jumpin here. This is going to be a Mass Effect 3 gameplay commentary. Pretty much, I'm going to be showing you a really broken, awesome class in the game. It's going to be the Turian Soldier, and it's going to be using Concussion Shot, and pretty much, I'm just going to show you some of the paths that I went. Now, one of the things I wanted to bring up right away is I went for headshot damage. I think power damage would have been better. This whole point of this guy is going to be marksman is his main power, but the point of this guy is not to use marksman, as it's going to be all about concussion shot, because concussion shot is definitely one of the best powers in the game. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is if you're going to use, there's crazy things you can do with this guy, but one of the things is that you can make fire bombs now, or fire explosions, which a lot of people, it's really hard to do. It normally takes like a incinerate with a frag grenade or something like that to pull off. But this guy can do it all by himself. He can also set up tech bursts like crazy by himself. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you guys about tech bursts because I've been requested to, and I definitely wanted to because I know it's a little confusing for most people. But I mean, tech bursts are definitely really good. They're just like bionic bombs. They don't do as much damage, but they definitely have a huge radius, and they like just zap everyone around them. And it's great against Geth. It's great against it's great against anything, honestly. If you can pull them off, they're definitely really easy to pull off as well. Now, the gun I'm going to be using for this video is the Hornet. Definitely the best gun for this guy, and you'll see why right away. I mean, this gun is amazing. I love the Turian with the Hornet. See, the Hornet has really bad kick, and with his stability he gets from his Turian veteran, it's not so bad. And the main secret to this, and right there that was a fire explosion, as you can tell. But the main secret to this is going to be, you don't really want to aim it up. It's really fast and like in-your-face kind of gameplay that's going on here. The way that you want to play with this guy is just rush, pretty much, and use your concussion shot to stun him and knock him down. Concussion shot's just broken. Just the fact that you can do what I'm doing right now when they have a shield to back them off and then shoot them. By the time they even get unstunned, they're dead because that's how powerful this Hornet really is. The only downside of this gun is that it runs out of ammo very quickly. But it's definitely a great. I mean, I don't really like this map too much, but this map definitely fits for what I'm doing. But this really does work on every map. Now you can also aim this in. You can also aim in the Hornet with him, as long as you get all the weapon stability. As long as you actually get all the weapon stability with the Turian, his if you can't tell, like right there, like that's no kick pretty much at all. Where this gun has a terrible kick, and this was literally like my favorite gun for the Turian in the demo. But I mean, it's ridiculous. I haven't played with it since the demo, and today was the first day I started playing with it again. And, I mean, just look at this massacre right here. This is going to be just total annihilation of the enemies on spawn. Like, they really just can't do anything. I mean, but the main thing is, like I said, the main thing is this, that, like, since the demo, they've actually upgraded this gun. They made it shoot so much faster. I mean, it's ridiculous how fast this gun shoots, and it's definitely the best SMG in the game. There's no question about that. For the mods I'm using, I'm going to be using, I think, increased damage, and I don't remember the other one. I believe the other one, oh yeah, I think it's this extended mag. You really don't want to use the less weight. Now, it might seem like a good idea, but concussion shot, if you can't tell, comes back really quickly. If you can get this gun up to higher level, I have mine at level 7 because I'm pretty lucky, I guess, but if it is at level 1, you might want to use a reduced weight. It's really just up to you. Alright, so now I'm going to explain to you guys a little bit about tech bursting and how to pull it off. Because in this video you will see tech burst quite a bit in the later waves. Me and Black Yugi here are going to be pretty much demonstrating them. Mainly because I needed, the honest to God truth is the reason why we did it was because I just needed them to help kill phantoms and stuff. Because it absolutely does great phantoms. Now, there's multiple ways to set up a tech burst. The main thing is this, is that you gotta know what sets up tech bursts and what actually, like, sets them off. Think of it like this. Anything can set off a tech burst. Throw can set off a tech burst. Charge, Nova, anything like that. Incinerate. Any power and even concussion shot. Now that's really broken too, how concussion shot can do it. But right there, that was a tech burst, and the reason why was because he energy drained, and then I hit the same target that he energy drained with a concussion shot, which is another power. All it is just a combination of two powers together. One being a tech power that can set it up, and the three that can set them up are going to be energy drain, overload, and sabotage. Now, the honest God truth is this, and I'm gonna fail a little bit shooting like Nemesis because they are a little tough to hit. They move so crazy. But yeah, the main thing is this: is honestly, energy drain is one of the best powers in this game, and it's hands down the easiest to set up. Not only just one tech burst, but multiple ones. Because with energy drain, you're gonna definitely want to use the radius on the energy drain, and if you can hit 3 targets with that. And then let's say I concussion shot one of them, you know, you're gonna get a tech burst. And if I concussion shot the next one, you're gonna get a tech burst. It's the same thing with bionic explosions in Reeve. That's why Reeve is amazing. Is because it has such a big radius that if I hit, you know, 3 enemies with Reeve, someone with throw can run up and throw one bionic explosion, throw the next bionic explosion, throw the last one bionic explosion. Everything around it is dead pretty much. That's pretty much the way to think about it. But yeah, energy drain is the best power to set up. Tech burst, that's for sure. Second best would probably be overload. The only problem with overload is sometimes it's kind of random. It doesn't really work. But the main thing is that you have to, your teammate, or you know, right there, that was a tech burst, as you can't tell. The main thing is this: is that you have to either, the person who's going to be trying to set him off, maybe with like a concussion shot, that's a great one, has to be well aware enough to know that he has to hit the same target that got hit with the power. That's, you know, that's the main thing. You know, like, there's a lot of problems with that. Now, one of the reasons why I said that maybe power damage is better, because for some reason, I don't know, was it random or was it Black Yugi kind of messing me up? Because later on, you'll see him energy drain Guardians, and their shields won't like, I don't know what to call that, but I guess flop back. They won't do that like they normally do with the concussion shot. And I don't know if that's from the not having the power or the force upgraded a little bit more by the Turian veteran. The headshot damage is nice, but I really don't think it's necessary. As you can tell, I barely even hit their head. I just run up and just body shot them and just molest them. You know, like right there, that's something you never want to do, just because it messes up. And yeah, see, like, I think that, honestly, the better route would have been to just get the power damage, because that would have guaranteed that every time I, shot a Guardian with the concussion shot, his shield would bounce back a little bit. But anyway, yeah, so, now, the one thing about this character is that, you know, right here I was using incendiary ammo, which is a great ammo. It, you know, you can get their shield down, it stuns them. You can set up fire explosions, but honestly, fire explosions are really bad. They just really don't do anything. Cryo explosions are pretty decent, and you might try that too, because, you know, obviously concussion shot can actually, I'm going to go ahead and go down right here, but it's really not a big deal. But yeah, you know, like I said, I think I'm going to get stomped out as well. But, you know, cryo explosions are nice too, but, like, the one thing about fire explosions and cryo explosions, to set them up, you have to either freeze the target for cryo, and then, so it's either you're going to have to freeze the target, and then get him down to really low health, and then hit him with, like, a power to explode him, like a concussion shot maybe, or overload, that can do it. But, and it's the same with fire explosions, is that if I can get them on fire and get them low enough in health and then hit them with a with a concussion shot, it will cause a fire explosion. Even if the kill comes up at concussion shot, it, you know, they still explode in fire, and any enemy around them will catch fire. It's just, like I said, just not that great. Now, one of the best things you can do with a character like this is to get someone with energy drain, hitting that Atlas, draining that Atlas, because if he can do that, then every time I hit with concussion shot, there's going to be a tech burst, and everything around that Atlas is going to die from the tech burst, and you'll get tons of multi-kills. And that's the same with bionic explosions. Like, Atlases, you should never rocket them, because if you can get some combos off of them, you're talking about killing Phantoms and Guardians and a lot of annoying enemies very quickly and very easily. And, you know, Atlases in general really aren't that big of a deal to deal with. And I love Atlases just because, like I said, you can really work as a team, and you know, F some stuff up. But yeah, you know, like, but this guy right here is actually, you know, like this soldier Turian with this concussion shot, you know, he's a monster. But the other thing I really wanted to talk about with him, which you can try out if you wanted to, because as you can tell, I decided to put out this video because I wanted, you know, to show people some of the other things that you can do in the game, and I'm actually really thinking about making, I wouldn't say a series, but I really want to start using different characters and like, you know, either probably play more than likely on silver and show you the way I build the characters, because I play with all the characters and I'm good with all the characters, and I build them all like my way, and you know, I use weapons that I think are good on them. And if you guys want something like that, like to see that, then go ahead and leave me a comment in this video and tell me what would be the next character you want to see, because obviously this is the first one, this is the Turian soldier, and this is hands down, in my opinion, is the best way to, you know, use them. You know, like, hands down. I like marksman too, and you can max out marksman once you get him to 20, but I just think concussion shot is just too freaking good to pass that up. So yeah, that's what I really want you guys to do. Please leave a comment, let me know, name a character and the species, you know, like a Sorry Adapt, or, you know, a Solarian engineer, a human engineer, something like that. Krogan soldier, I don't know. It's up to you guys. Just leave me some comments and I'll try to get some gameplay with those, and you know, show you like my setups with them and what weapons I use on them and all that kind of stuff. And I can tell you right now what the best characters in the game, in my opinion, are. The first would be more than likely the Solarian Infiltrator. He's my favorite and my gold character primarily. The second would be the second one would be actually, what's that dude, the Turian Sentinel. Like, he's hands down a monster. Like, just, I love him. He's just a beast. I do really well with him. Now, not everybody would agree with me, but, you know, I would say that he's my second favorite character and one of the best. And then the other hands down best character in the game is the Vanguard. There's no question about that. I mean, he's an absolute, like, beast, and he can just kill everything by himself, so those would be the best characters. So if you suggest one of them, like, I'm sure, you know, I would totally be willing to do that. But I'm down to do any characters. It's just what you guys want to see. So that's what I really hope you guys will do for me. And I'll keep coming out with videos like this. You know, and hopefully you guys can, you know, learn some stuff and, you know, play the game and have some more fun. Now here's the other thing, guys, is that I'm going to continue on about these tech bursts and stuff, just so I get my point across. Like I said, so a tech burst is mainly, and I really wanted to explain this all the times that I, you know, I really wanted to explain it. I never just had any opportunity for real. And I'm going to take this time now to really just go in depth about tech bursting. And a good example is like in my video about the GEF, how to beat the GEF on gold. I talked about how the best team in the game was all tech characters for beating, you know, for beating the GEF. But the reason why I gave you the team that I did was because I think the Solarian Infiltrator, like maybe a human engineer or a Turian Sentinel. So basically, the idea is this: is that the guys with Overload were there just to help set off tech bursts. Because if you energy drain, let's say, you know, you energy drain a target and I overload it, that should be a tech burst. And against the GEF, that will decimate them. And it's the same thing if like someone sabotages a GEF and then they overload it. That can cause a tech burst. And when the GEF are really notorious for just rushing and clustering up. So like it will just be ridiculous on the GEF. Like you will just like annihilate them with tech burst. And another great, you know, power to use in a situation like that, like you could literally use 3 Solarians, like, you know, a couple, maybe 1 or 2 engineers, and or 1 or 2, you know, infiltrators, and just have a soldier running around with tech burst, with the pressure shot. You will get a ton of tech burst doing that. You know, like the powers that recharge very quickly, like throw and concussion shot, they are some of the best powers for setting off the combos, because, you know, the idea of these combos really comes, obviously everybody, you can do these combos yourself, but the main thing is that you want to do it with your team. You want your team to all be using bionics, so that when one of them leaves or one of them pull, you're right there to instantly throw or to warp to set his explosion off for him. and you know, and he rewards you by doing the same. So it's just a team orientated thing, and like that's the beauty of this game, is that they really thought about this with these combos. And the other thing is you get a lot more experience from what I've seen if you can pull off the combos. Because like the way it works is that when you do a tech burst or something, normally what will happen is that, you know, you'll get a ton of points for the kill, and then the person who helped you get it will get a pretty decent assist point total. So, you know, overall you get way more points between the two of you, and that just adds up in the end. Like, you're gonna end up with like 20,000-30,000 extra experience that you would have never got if everyone just did their own thing. So just some things to think about. The other really beastly thing about this character that I've been trying to talk about, but I've been getting off subject, is that the other thing you can do with him is just use Disruptor ammo. Disruptor ammo actually can set up tech bursts by itself. And the way you would do this is you just use Disruptor ammo, either 1, 2, or 3, and you would run around and you would shoot them. And the second that they got shot enough by it, if you concussion shot them, that will actually like make them tech burst, and you will just, that's the better thing to do with this character. I'm probably gonna talk about this in the description just in case for the people who might not make it this far. But yeah, you know, like this was just goofing around to me. Like I just made this character, I just realized how good he was, and I was still just experimenting. The first thing I did with him was to try cryo ammo. You know, with the concussion shot, but I didn't really like that because, you know, the problem with it was that they were dying so fast from the Hornets being so powerful that they weren't actually getting frozen. So I mean, that was the ridiculous part about it. You know, at this point, this is where I'm gonna have Yugi stay with me a lot, so that he can constantly energy drain either the Atlas or the Phantom. Because if you can tech burst the Phantom, you will take the whole barrier off of it and have its help archers kill with outright. Like it's pretty ridiculous what you can do to it. And I'm gonna have him just keep hitting that with energy drain. But the problem is that now we have these things behind us. So like Guardians are just notorious for that. And this map is definitely one of the worst ones in the game at times. Either sometimes it's really good and sometimes it's really bad. It just really depends on like what's going on with you, like what character you're using. Cause like, you know, you can run around with a Krogan melee on this map and do amazing. But I mean, I don't know. It is what it is. So, you know, trying to snipe on this map is just a terrible idea. And if you're playing random maps, like most people do, you know, you have to deal with it. So, you know, anyway, but yeah. So there's a lot of things I want to do with this game. You know, I really want to continue making videos for it. I've been enjoying it. Right there, if you can't tell, she got tech burst and it did a lot of damage to her. That's what I was talking about. I really want to make more videos for this game, so I just really want you guys, because I don't like to waste time, honestly. I'm gonna be very honest. I don't like to waste time, and I don't like my time wasted. So like if I'm gonna make videos, I want my videos to have some type of audience. You know, people who want to watch me and want to suggest new things, so that, you know, I know what you want to see. Like, I'm down to give the audience what they want. But you know, it just really will come down to me getting suggestions to it or not. Like, and this will just, you know, I mean, as you can tell, we are just annihilating these, phantoms down here with the tech bursting and concussion shot. And you know, concussion shot also just annihilates the phantoms in general. Now, this is a really bad spot. Now, the biggest problem with this map are the freaking turrets. The turrets will just poop on you, like they really do. And I actually am just sitting here using so much of my survival packs to try to stay alive. Just because Wave 9 is definitely like one of the hardest waves. You know, no matter what faction, but against the Reapers, it's really ridiculous. Another thing you can do with any gun in this game, especially the Hornet, is that if you're on a wall, you will literally have barely, you know, you'll have pretty much no kick whatsoever. So that's just something to think about. Like, you know, stay on a wall will definitely help you a lot. And that sucks. You know, this map is really honestly, you know, I'm not gonna say, oh, I never go down, because I go down, you know, just like everybody, but this map will put you down more than any other map, that's for sure. You know, you turn the corner, all of a sudden there's 2 phantoms chasing you. It's hard to get away from that. And it's the same with turrets. Like, the turrets are just ridiculous on the map. Like, you know, it's just what it is. You know, every time you see like the electricity being like massive like that, that's a tech base. So just think of it like that. Once you get the hang of it, it's not so hard. And like I said, the main thing is you have to have people using energy drain. If you really want tech bursts to go off, you want energy drain. Think of energy drain like Reeve, I guess. Like Reeve and energy drain are in the same field. Big radius, can hit multiple enemies, can set up the combos really easily. You know, it's just, you know, it's awesome. It's an awesome power. And if you can't tell, just from the way that we've been playing this map, it's actually the way you want to play the map. The best thing with this map, the best way to play it, is to pretty much have someone stand in like the extraction zone every wave. To have someone stand in that main little room right there that I'm going right now, like this room right here, just stand in the room, and the other person just stand by that one spawn. And the reason why you do that is because then they'll primarily spawn on the bottom, and you can rush down there and just kill them all pretty easily. You know, that's the main reason why you do that. Like, that's one of the biggest things about this game, is to be able to block these spawns. If you can't block the spawns, you're gonna be in trouble. Like, because that's when the enemies will really cluster you and just annihilate you. So it's really important to be able to do that and to set up the map right, all those kinds of stuff. You know, like this whole game, like, you know, obviously I'm commentating it now, but like this phantom right here, the whole time I was like, Yugi, there's a phantom, you know, drainer. And because I really wanted to get the tech burst off, and I made that bitch explode in fire. So. You know, one thing I've been seeing online a lot lately that is kind of weird to me is that it's just like honestly, guys, I'm gonna be very honest. The Turian infiltrator is really just only kind of good against the Gap. Like, I don't really see a point of it against Cerberus. Like, I understand there's turrets, there's atlases, but those are just too random. Like, if you were to hack that turret, it can get, you know, maybe 1 or 2 kills, but your teammates are going to kill that turret, and they're smart to do so, because the second that turret is unhacked, it will wreck you. Now, the one thing about this Inferno ammo, though, with the combination of concussion shot, is that the DPS on that, and for the people who aren't real RPG buffs, that's damage per second. The damage per second on this setup with the Hornet just doing massive damage, and you know, and the freaking Inferno ammo with, you know, with the combination of the concussion shot doing damage with the time, like, it's just retarded amount of damage. Right here, see, that was tech burst, because he was, you know, he was hitting the mech over and over again with energy drain, and I keep like shooting it and also hitting it with concussion shot every time I get the chance. You know, yeah, that wrecked that mech real quick. You know, the combos definitely take out the big enemies the fastest. If you're able to get tech burst on the atlases, they actually die very quickly. And it's the same with bionic bombs. If you're able to get bombs on any big enemy, you know, because honestly, you can pretty much beat any of these factions on gold with any character you want. Looks like they're about to have a boxing match. That's the only. That's the funny thing about sabotage. I don't really understand that, but it is definitely hilarious that the bigger enemies like the Geth Primes and Atlases, when you hack them, all they do is just like box. They just melee and stuff. And I guess that's the way they decided to make it not so overpowered. You know, I think I finally get to grab this game. Yeah, that's one grab. And yeah,
Give me a sec.
I always try to get full extraction. You know, it's just a good idea to do. Amateur. Go ahead and take out. If you can't tell, I have 5 rockets. I've been lucky enough to get all 5 rockets from the packs. I also have 5 survival packs, and that's awesome. But I only have 2 meta gels. So that sucks. And thermal packs, I only have 3 of those. But I wish I had more because grenades are broken with those things. Alright, so that's gonna be pretty much it though, guys. Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. You know, like I said, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you want to see. You know, if you want to see more gameplays and what characters you want to see, my builds of the characters, and me playing with the characters, so you get the general idea of how you would want to play with the character in the way that I feel is very, very good. So that's pretty good. Like I said, that's it though, guys. So please comment, like, subscribe, and like always, have a nice day.